Rina here. Are you a mom boss looking for good qualified leads? Let me tell you a couple of the ways I get leads. First of all, we want to know what kind of client do we want. I like women that are high-end, that take care of themselves. The reason that I like higher-end people is because they're easier to work with. They'll spend the money, they'll take care of yourself, and they don't complain. That's why I look for people that are higher end. When I network with businesses, I look for boutique bar classes or boutique yoga places, or I'll do an event with a high-end clothing store because we'll get the people that actually take care of themselves. And people that take care of themselves are way easier to work with and a way better quality lead for you. Number two, I never tell clients about my business. I ask questions. I like to do this kind of fun life story exercise. So where'd you grow up? What was your family like? And the more we can get someone talking, the more likely they are to know, like, and trust us, and then want to do business with us. I'll ask a bunch of really cool questions about them, dig deep into their lives, find out what they like, find out what they don't like. Before we ever get to business, they know that I have taken the time to understand them and I come from that point of view. And I already know what all the objections are going to be because I talked to them long enough to know what their concerns were before I ever went into a sales pitch about products or services. Number three, I don't talk about my products or services. I only talk about the potential results that the client will have with the product and service. I remember before I would go to someone's house and there'd be a bunch of ladies waiting for me, I would sit in the car and I would ground myself and I would imagine them a week later getting the results that I could provide them, enjoying the products, bragging about them to their friends, walking into work with a little bit of swagger because they felt so much better about themselves. That's what I wanted. I would put that picture in my head and I would say that is what I want to give these clients. And if I'm not going to be able to give that to the clients, then I don't want to deal with them, right? I want to provide value or not deal with them at all. Last tip I want you to know is the fortune is in the follow-up. And I really didn't like the saying, right? Because I didn't want to call them, I didn't want to look pushy, and I certainly didn't want to keep texting. And there's some people that email me once a day, twice a day. Like, why? I did not want to be that person that was always on and always following up, but the fortune is in the follow-up. The trick I learned is I started a weekly newsletter, and the newsletter would actually talk about the results that they would have with a product ingredient or with one of my services. Just the act of them getting that newsletter, totally informational, in the mail made them remember me. I call these heartbeat messages. They're weekly heartbeat messages because when I designed computer networks and you had, let's say, a printer on the 5th floor that was a color printer that the computer hardly ever used, the printer would send the computer a heartbeat message saying that I am still on and available. I send my clients these heartbeat newsletters once a week, information only, not asking for products, not asking for sales, not saying give me, give me, give me, but I get in front of them with informational, good messages that serve them. They are more educated and that'll make them more interested in what I have to offer. Finally, I want to commend you for being a mom boss, for having an in-home business, for taking a risk on your dream. I have 4 kids and I will tell you, being able to have a flexible schedule where I could work around their activities and their school and volunteer for all the things I wanted to volunteer for and take them on all the trips I wanted to take them on because I didn't have to go and ask off time from work or worry about some corporate schedule is so worthwhile. Keep at it. Stick to what you have been doing because the long-term rewards are amazing. I've written a book, Mom Boss, How to Build a Thriving Business. Scan the QR code and I'll send you a copy.